Miami, Florida, and I am doing well, thank you. Thanks to these guys, we have microphones and music. Let's give them a big hand. Let's see, why don't you come up here, Incredible Hulk? Step up here real quick, right over here. Dressed up as Incredible Hulk. I just want to say hi. He's been here. He's helped me out, do the booth and stuff. Come over here. All right. And what's your name?
Dominic.
What is it?
Dominic.
Dominic. All right. And what color are you wearing?
Green.
That's good enough for me. Thank you, sir. All right. Well, we have a Q&A today. I was going to take red because I was the red deal. Let me see. There's only been an orange Ranger. Well, how many times? Like once? Was there? One time. See that, man? Look at that. Power Ranger trivia right here. First of all, guys, I'd like to welcome you. We had a karate class. Who was in the karate class earlier? Who's coming to karate class next time? I don't see all the hands. I know it's Sunday and I know you guys were partying. So who's not here? Raise your hand. You're not here. Welcome. All right. Very good. Well, we thought we'd start with some questions and answers or anything like that because this is a Q&A.
Let's line up and have the questions right here.
Oh, through the voice, I was like, Zordon? Is that you?
Sorry, Tommy.
The good thing about me and Zordon is that I don't have time to go to the command center, so we Skype. You know, we're like, hey, Zordon, what's up? Man, I'm busy, man. Send me a text later. Back in the old school days, we'd have pagers and be like, oh, man, Zordon's paging. Anybody remember pagers? Man, that's old school. I saw a few photos with me and, what's his name, Eric Estrada with Chips. And, I was rolling like a high pants and a belt, and I had my pager on the side, and I was like, whoa, that's old school. I did used to watch Chips. Anybody used to watch Chips? Very few people. Sorry, Eric. I used to watch Chips. I also used to watch Knight Rider, if you guys want to know a little bit about my shows. I'm going to tell you a funny story one time, and who cares if David Hasselhoff is watching, it doesn't matter. When I was 8 years old, I loved, shows like you guys loved Power Rangers at the time. So I had a chance to see the Kit Car at Universal Studios. And so I was like, whoa, I was only 8, keep that in mind. So that's like sitting in the Dragon Zord, right? And so I sat in the car and it was like, hello, Jason. And I was like, whoa, man, the car's talking to me. And I'll mention why Knight Rider was an influence on me becoming an actor. And so anyway, I stepped outside the car and David Hasselhoff was there. And of course I was like, whoa. And I reached out to say hi to him, like, hey, David. And he was just like, he walked by. Now, maybe he didn't see me, but as an 8-year-old kid, I was very depressed and sad. Like, he was right there. So I got a chance to see him when I was older at the Hollywood Parade. I did the Hollywood Parade with all the actors, like, hey, sitting on a car. So he was in the backstage. And, of course, I wanted to make myself feel better. So I walked up, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I went... And of course I was like, yes, I feel way better now. But the reason why I mentioned Knight Rider is I grew up in a town called Covina, California. And Covina is where I grew up. And I remember they were at a flower shop, the local flower shop down the road. They were filming a show, a movie, and they were filming Knight Rider. And I saw him, I was behind the scenes like watching, and I was thinking, man, I would love to be an actor. I saw him over there and I saw the lights, and that's what kind of influenced me, believe it or not, to become an actor. That and my mom and dad always told me, you're acting up. And I was like, yeah, right there, I'm an actor. You see that? Anyway, welcome today. And I know it's day 4. You guys have been champions. Some of you guys that had the 4-day pass, raise your hand if you had the 4-day pass. Woo! All right. Well, I've been here 4 days from 4th of July to now. About to hit South Beach and lay out in the water and see if the Dragon Zord comes out of the ocean. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He's there somewhere. He's there with the Titanic. I know he's there.
Guys, if you got questions, just line up right here, and Jason David Frank will answer them.
So come on down. Yeah. The next question on the Power Ranger Q&A is right.
I hate to gamble with some dreams here, but can you really play the flute?
Can I play the flute? You know what, man? I don't play the flute often, but when I do, I call the Dragon Zord. Hey, when I was in Israel, I had to wear a Power Ranger one. I don't know if you ever seen that, but I wore a Power Ranger one in Israel. I did stuff like called Tubin Swat, which plant the tree, and stuff like that. I had to do, anybody speak Hebrew? I did a commercial they said, hey, I wing everything. I don't plan nothing. I just come out and do it, teach and do all. They said, hey, you're going to do a commercial. I'm like, that's fine, man. I'll just do a commercial right now. What do you want me to do? It's easy. They said, you got 10 minutes to do this commercial. I'm like, cool. They're like in Hebrew. And I was like, what? So I had to spell cue cards. I don't know if this is right, but I said, Ani Tami, Harenja Haraban, Atem Safim, Arutz Hayaradim, Arutz Shesh, Arutz Hayaradim. I had to say that. Was it all right? What did I say? My name's Jason and I'm an idiot or something? No. It says, watch me on channel White Ranger. Yeah. See that, man? Boom. And then La Mama. I learned bad words, but I'm not going to say it. I did hear Lactisma, whatever. La Mama, Lactis, whatever. All right. Yes.
Hi, Jason.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How does it feel to have inspired 2, possibly even 3 generations?
I'm gonna tell you, generations. How does it feel to be an inspiration to so many generations? All right, this is when it hit me. Mom came in and said, oh man, we love Power Rangers. I spent so much money on toys. And then the daughter was like, oh, I love you. She was like 26. And then the little kid's like, mommy. And it was like, mommy, mommy, mommy. I was like, what? Loved you on Dino Thunder. So it was like 3 generations. When I feel the 4th generation, I'll be old. And you know you're old when they're selling on Time Life. I don't know if y'all remember the Time Life stuff, but it's like I'm on Time Life now. It's like, what? Anyway. But it feels good, man, to be an inspiration to so many people and continue to be a hero. I think the Green Ranger's become some world icon, and we're working on it with Saban, doing like a darker Green Ranger movie for this audience group. And I think, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think it's awesome. I think the Green Ranger can hold itself like Wolverine holds himself in the X-Men. It could definitely be their own brand and franchise and stuff, so I'm excited about it.
How's it going?
Good, buddy.
I know nobody can ever anticipate, this kind of stuff, but when you got the gig and first started on Power Rangers and everything, did you have any idea how big this was or was going to be, or did you ever expect any of this 20 years later?
Not 20 years later, man, but I'm going to tell you, I've always embraced, if you watch some of the behind the scene footage, I wasn't being mean to the guys when I was like, green, 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 right? I was pumping up the character, and 20 years later, it's bigger now because you guys are bigger. And now, as little kids, being like, hey, I'd go to the post office, mom and dads don't know me, and the little kids were drawn to me, and the mom and dad's like, get away from that guy. What's wrong with you? Why are you talking to my son? No, I just, yeah, never mind. Stay away from strangers, kid. So now you're all older now, and you guys can express yourself, and it's bigger now than it's ever been. I went to New York Comic Con, huge line, 6-7 hour wait, and me and Tammy were walking in, my wife, and she was not used to it, and they're like, hey, I felt like Justin Bieber for a second, right? And taking pictures, I was like, wow. The age group is really older now, and you guys support the franchise, but without you guys, I wouldn't be here. None of us would be here. That's why I did Megaforce for you guys. I didn't do a Super Megaforce. I jumped back in suits for you guys. And, when the deal came, I said, I don't care, man. I don't care. You just pay me $1. I'm not here for the money. I'm not doing this. I'm doing it because I'm passionate. And, and I really do. I'm traveling everywhere. Watch my Facebook page. I'll have a video out already by the time you guys are coherent the next day. That video will be dropped. But I'm really social. I'm really interactive with my fans because you know what I love to hear? People come up and they're like, yeah, I know you heard this a lot, man, but I'm your #1 fan and you changed my life. And it's like, I can't hear that enough. It's never old to hear that. I mean, so many people have changed lives. The show has changed lives. I have people said they weren't grew up with a dad or a mom, and they would watch the show to get away from, what they're going through, and it's helped them out. So I'm just happy, just like you guys are, to inspire so many people, and I will continue, till the day I die to be a hero for everybody. So. And I hope that's a very long time. Stan Lee's like 90, still signing autographs. He's so nice with his fans. I love Stan. He's an awesome guy. He came to my booth the other day, and he said, this is the man right here. And I was trying to play it off because I'm a huge, X-Men fan, and, he's a legend. I was like, thank you, buddy, thank you. And then he left, and I was like, I made sure he left, though, and I was like, dude, someone tell me they got a video of that? You got to play it cool. I just turned fanboy a little bit, and I see Stan everywhere, so it's just awesome. But it's good to be a superhero. Punk, but in a nice way. I don't mean no disrespect. CM Punk said in the Q&A that he will fight me, and you got to be really careful in the MMA world. You can't say that if you don't mean it. Now, maybe his contracts or something like that, but he's a super nice guy. I saw him at Wizard World and came up, gave me a hug, and I didn't recognize him because he's got like the lamb chops. And last time I said, yeah, and so I talked to him. He's a little injured right now. I talked to him about training. I just think it'll be a great thing. Just like with Van Damme or other celebrities, I just say it'd be awesome to do like a Muay Thai or an MMA celebrity fight, to pump it up. In fact, I would like to even wrestle one match with the guy, even if it was WWE or whatever it was. I think it would be awesome. I got the fans to drive it, right? Yeah! So it'll be awesome. Come out and be like, yo! Snap! Come on!
First off, I want to say thanks for making